How many hockey pucks would it take to stop a bullet? Welcome back to Dirty Canadian. We have 100 hockey pucks lined up here. We're going to start small with a 22, work our way all the way up to a 20 millimeter, and see how many hockey pucks it takes to stop each round. Will our friend John Pork survive? That is the question we are going to answer today. Surely these are not going to stop all of our rifle rounds. They're just rubber, but they're very hard vulcanized rubber. Starting off with our measly little round of 22 LR, shooting it out of our Ruger 1022, also known as Rugger.
It was a Rugger Mini 14 semi-automatic rifle.
What's your guess? I'm going to say two pucks. All right, here we go. Firing. Went through one, and here's our bullet right here. Big ball of lead mushroomed open. So you can see the entrance and the exit on our first puck, and you can see exactly where it bounced off puck number 2. All right, moving up to our 9mm, shooting it out of our bolt action MP5 SD. If you want to see a video on this, let me know in the comments below. All right, trick shot time. Round on the optic, flick it up, land in the chamber, and shoot. Oh. All right, firing. We got one puck on the ground here. 9mm went through 1, 2, 3 and made a divot and bounced off number 4. I'm surprised the 9mm didn't make it any further, because we all know the 9mm blows the lung out of the body.
A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
All right, next up is our 9mm hollow point. As you can see, that deep hollow point cavity, these rounds are meant to expand, so we should see less penetration. All right, 9mm hollow point. I think it'll go through 3. Here we go. Firing. One puck on the ground, entrance, exit. One puck over here on the table. And look at that. There's our round, stuck into puck number 2. Look at that pedaling. You can see the lead center and the copper jacket. Next up is the 5.7 by 28 out of the Dark Mountain Arms stowaway with the 16-inch barrel. This round is smaller than the 9mm and going way faster. So, will it go further than the 9mm? Let's find out. Firing. All right, we got 2 pucks on the ground, so 1, 2, bounced off number 3, and there's our bullet right there. Ah, it's hot, it's hot. There's the end of the bullet, that's the back end of the bullet. Look at the front. That's very hot. All right, next up is our 223 full metal jackets. It's basically the same bullet as the 5.7, but now traveling even faster. We'll be firing this out of our Maple Ridge Armory Renegade 12.5-inch barrel. Firing. All right, 1 puck on the ground, went through 1, 2, 3, and look at that. There's our bullet, stopped in number 4. Looks like it keyholed into number 4. All right, let's check in on John Pork. How's he doing? 0 damage to John. Will he make it to the end of the video? Stick around to find out. We figured it only makes sense to use hockey pucks for this video since we are in Canada, and Canada's national sport is hockey after all. It's not?
Canada's official national sports are ice hockey and lacrosse. Oh.
All right, moving up to our 5.56 green tip. This round features a steel core penetrator, so this should be very interesting. All right, here we go. Firing. Look at that smoke. Take a look at that smoke. All right, 2 pucks on the ground. So went 1, 2, keyhold into the 3rd, and there's our bullet. There's our jacket, actually, on number 4. And our steel penetrator is nowhere to be seen. As you can see so far, we've only gotten through the first few pucks. Let's see if this changes as we go to the bigger rounds. All right, next up is our round of 7.62 by 39 out of our beat up SKS. If you haven't watched the torture test video on this gun, be sure to go watch that, but wait till you're done this one, then go watch that one. Here we go. Firing. That was a bit explosive. All right, look at that entrance. And look at that exit. Here's our last puck. Here's our first puck. Second, third. All right, looks like it went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bounced off number 6. Looks like I did shoot a little bit low, but that's okay. And the bullet is gone. The bullet's missing. All right, moving up to our 30-06, shooting it out of our CVA Cascade. Here we go. 30-6 versus hockey pucks. All right, firing. All right. Where is John Pork? Let's check on John Pork first. Looks like he fell over, but that was just from the concussion of the round. He didn't get shot. 30-06 started keyholing at puck number 3. 30-06 goes through 6 pucks. All right, that's crazy. 30-06 went through 5 hard hockey pucks, but couldn't make it through a neck. Something doesn't add up. All right, anyways, on to the next one. All right, now moving up. I wanted to use the 50 BMG, but I cannot since the 50 BMG is illegal in Canada, so don't be mad at me. The next best thing is a 12 gauge slug. It is technically a 20 millimeter projectile. We'll be shooting it out of our Mossberg 590A1 Blackwater. Yes, that Blackwater. All right, 12 gauge slug. Loading up. 12 gauge slug versus hockey pucks. Firing. All right, looks like I did hit a little bit low. Went straight into the wood. So we will redo that one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pucks in front, and then the rest are spaced out. Round number 2. Here we go. Firing. All right, I had a puck bounce back all the way, almost hit me. 1, 2, 3. 3 pucks in the ground. That's pretty shocking. The slug entered the... Look at all these pucks untouched. The slug entered puck number 1, hit number 2, bounced off. Look at this entrance. Entrance puck number 1, exit of puck number 1, bounced off puck number 2 and split it. That is very shocking. I thought the slug would make it through many more. Let's check on how John Pork did. John Pork fell over from the concussion, but John Pork is still alive. All right, the 12 gauge slug only went through 1 hockey puck. That is insane. That means our winner of today's challenge is the 30-06 with 6 pucks. That means all you have to do is tape 6 hockey pucks on all sides of you, and you should be able to stop the 30-06. And John Pork survived today's challenge. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. You hear that plane? That's the RCMP making sure we still have pins in our mags. Sorry. Timu's texting me.